Share Jesus.
Subscribe and
Subscribe,
share
share
Haraplet
Haraplet TV.
TV.
Go, go, go.
Good day to all of you, my dear students, learners, children, or pupils, and of course, faculties and mentors who are with me in this platform. I would like to share with you this morning about multiple intelligences, and let us have this lesson intended learning objectives. At the end of the session, 100% of the learners with 100% level of proficiency will be able to, one, to describe the various multiple intelligences, and two, to apply the best methodologies in handling learners with multiple intelligences. There are theorists introduce different intelligences, but the famous one is Howard Gardner in his multiple intelligences. Howard Gardner was born on July 11, 1943, in, of course, Pennsylvania, USA. He is an American cognitive psychologist. And of course, being an expert and a psychologist, he has authored many books. And two of them are, one, The Frames of Mind. He has written in 1983. And another one is The Intelligence Reframed in 1999. Howard Gardner is a Jew and finished his doctoral philosophy in Harvard University in specializing developmental psychology. Now you will see in the paradigm or in the drawing the different multiple intelligences, and I would like to let you observe what's on the drawing. And starting from the blue color or the blue triangle, which is one of the multiple intelligences, is logical. Now, to the orange, we have visual, then we have musical, intrapersonal, then we have kinesthetic, interpersonal, the yellow is naturalistic, and the last one is linguistics. All in all, there are about 8 multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner. So let us start by giving them specific descriptions so that we will be differentiating one intelligence to the other. Now let us look at each characteristic. So based from this lecture, we will find that number one, the first multiple intelligence written here is verbal linguistic or verbally linguistically intelligent. You are also termed as word smart. These are learners who are good in producing language. So some of them do not have only one language to speak, but there are, of course, some of them have two or more languages that can speak. Then we have also the second one, which is musical intelligence, or we term them also as music smart. They are smart in music. And when we say that students are smart in music, they are very sensitive to different sounds, as well as they can mix with appropriate emotions to it. So each kind of music has its equivalent emotional implication. And these students who are musically intelligent, they have that ability to really feel the message of the song, and they can also write their own music. And most of the composers that we have now, and most of the famous singers that we see, not only here in the Philippines but in Hollywood or in the world, they those who are really can sing, and those who are composers themselves, they can be considered as musical intelligent. musically intelligent. And then the third one is logic, or when we speak about logic, they are good in mathematics, or yeah, in numbers. And so we can, the other term can be as logic mathematical, and they can also be called as number or reasoning smart. They are good in reasoning, and they can really give of course, reasons and justifications objectively, especially they can base their answers or reasons by numbers. They are good in quantitative. No, they prefer reasoning, classifying, sequencing, and solving problems. So these people or these learners are very good in numbers. They can solve problems. And even if you will just introduce one example, they can easily follow the mechanics or the steps in solving a certain problem. The fourth one, we have spatial, and we can consider them as picture smart, no, meaning they can observe and imagine and solve spatial problems. No, these people are really very good in looking at pictures, and they can interpret abstract things because they are good in spatial. And when they look at pictures, even the pictures are so abstract, they can give interpretation of the pictures because they are spatial intelligent. Then we have also kinesthetic, or these people are also called body smart. And if you have a student as kinesthetically intelligent, they can use their body to solve problems and prefer to participate actively. These people they are good in sports, and most of those who join the sports competition, not only during intramurals, but of course, we have just seen in television about Olympics, the recently concluded Olympics in Japan. Those people are really kinesthetically intelligent. Then we have number 6. We can say that there are also people who are smart. They smart in dealing with people, and we can say that they are interpersonally intelligent. Now, these people have the ability to work effectively with others in group and discussions. Now, these are the students when they are in the school, when you give them group activities, when you give them a problem to solve and to simulate by group, they are very active, and they can really cooperate, participate actively, and they can give suggestions because they are interpersonally intelligent. Most of them are cordial and are friendly. No. Then we have the 7th one, which is called intrapersonal. And these students are self-smart. They have the ability to understand one's own emotions, goals, and intentions. Now, these people now are they are productive even if they are working alone, and they really don't enjoy being with a group. No, especially these are people who can make research, with themselves, and they don't need anybody to help them. And most of these students who are intrapersonally intelligent are those students who can understand and can sympathize with others because they thoroughly know their own weaknesses, and they also know their own strength, or something to improve and something to sustain. And the last one, we have naturalistic, or these students or learners that are that can be called nature smart. And these are students who have the capacity to recognize and make distinctions in the natural world. They love nature, no? They love Mother Earth, kumbaga. And we can say that the naturalistic intelligent individual are good in looking at the nature. They can really see and classify different plants, and they can also enjoy being in the forest or in the park, and they really enjoy looking at green trees, no? And they love to really so the problem of global warming, as well as those typhoons and other disasters that are happening ecologically. These are also the problems of those students who are naturalistically intelligent. So these are the different um, general characteristics of the 8 multiple intelligences. We have the verbal linguistic or the word smart. Second, you have the musical or the music smart. Then we have the logic mathematical or the number reasoning smart. Then we have the spatial or the picture smart. And then the fifth one, we have kinesthetic or the body smart. And then we have the interpersonal or the people smart. The seventh, intrapersonal or the self smart. And the last one, we have naturalistic or the nature smart. So besides this, you will find that in this drawing, we can have a very good distinction between each intelligence, and you will find some of the things that an intelligent can do. Say, for example, starting from the rightmost part, we have the bodily kinesthetic smart individual or intelligent. They are good in coordinating their mind with their body. No, they are good in really doing physical activities such as dancing. They can also be good in sports. And then the other one, the next one is musical. They can discern sounds, their pitch, their tone, their rhythm, and timbre or timbre. We see that they can also do all those things because they are very good in music. Then we have those students who are logical, mathematical. They quantify things, making hypotheses and probing them. So these people are really good in numbers. They are very good in logic, and even in their research, they can do research work. And we have these students who are interpersonal intelligent or interpersonally intelligent. They sense people, feelings, and motives. Most of them have many friends. Then we have again naturalist, understanding living things and reading nature. They love to be with nature. Then we have spatial. They visualize the world in 3D or 3 dimensions. Then we have linguistic, finding the right words to express what they mean. They are good in vocabulary, and also they can express themselves in the second language. And then we have also intrapersonal, this intelligent, these students who are intelligent. They understand themselves and what they feel and what they want. Okay, so this is another this distinction between the 8 multiple intelligences. Let us proceed by looking at another paradigm here, or another drawing, and this is entitled Multiple Intelligences in the Knowledge Economy Workplace. So even in the workplace, we can find that there are different workers or employees who have different skills. Not only in the school, we can find students who have different multiple intelligences. Even in the workplace, we will find also multiple intelligences. So in this example, we have 9 multiple intelligences of different workers or employees or working in a place. Okay, so let us start by looking at here. You have the orange, kinesthetic intelligent. These workers are very good in manipulating virtual environments. So they are usually having their laptops. They are good in machines. They can also be good in different applications and programs in the computer. Then we have another one, the intrapersonal intelligence. They are good in establishing professional capital. So because they know themselves, they know they want. And then we have also the rhythmic intelligence. They are good now in identifying patterns and problems. So, of course, in the workplace, there are many issues, there are many concerns. And if you have one who is good in rhythmic intelligence, they can give solutions to issues and concerns that are encountered in the workplace, or even if the issues and concerns are not yet in, they can proactively make an action plan. So they are very good in strategic planning and looking at some interventions when one of the problems occurs. Okay, and then we have interpersonal intelligence worker. They are very good in building collaborative relationships. So if this is in the workplace, so they can be PRO or press relation officer, or they can be in the front desk if it is a hotel. No, because they can build collaborative relationships. So they can also be sent to some companies, like they will introduce your products because they are friendly and they have that charisma or that aura of attracting people. Then we have another intelligence, which is called existential intelligence. And these workers are good in acquiring new literacies and contexts. So meaning they can adjust to different situations, especially as of this time that we are in pandemic. Those workers who are working at home, those workers that are not inside their companies, they can also produce. They can be productive even there is an abrupt change of environment. Then the next one, the orange, we have naturalist intelligence. And these people, the employees, they can be employees or workers in a company, are good in performing data analysis and application. So right at this time that we are in pandemic, you will find in the television as well as in radio, or even in the social media, that these are people like the Okta Research or the ABS-CBN experts in interpreting the data of the DOH, how many percentage of the hospital are being occupied by patients, and they can predict what will happen a week from now or 2 weeks from now. They are very good in looking at graphs. They are also very good in interpreting whatever are presented in a figure or in graphs. No, these are called naturalist intelligence or intelligent workers, performing data analysis and how to apply this data. Then we have the yellow. We call that as the linguistic intelligence, or these are now the workers who are good in communicating ideas and insights. So one best example here, we have our speaker of the president, no other than Honorable Roque, who is really very good in speaking and expressing what the government wants to say to the people, because they are good in communication. They can, what's in their mind, they can express it clearly, and they can also give good insights to different issues or concerns. They can be invited to a debate. They can also be invited as speakers or in a symposium or in a panel discussion. Then we have the next one, the 8, which is called visual intelligence. These are now the individuals who are good in designing new products and services. So most of them can be found in innovatives or innovations companies, especially those that are making advertisements, or those that are in the films, or say in the television companies. Then we have the last one, intelligent in the workplace, logical intelligence. They are good in finding solutions and solving problems. So most of the managers and most of the leaders, they are good in finding solutions in solving problems. The leaders in the different companies, we can call them as the president or the chairman or the CEO or the COO. They are logically intelligent. So in this picture, we find nine multiple intelligences in the knowledge economy workplace. And I have already shared with you the 9 pathways, and of course, with their equivalent 9 skill sets. So once again, there are 9 multiple intelligences in the knowledge economy workplaces, and these are kinesthetic intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, rhythmic intelligence. Then we have interpersonal intelligence, existential intelligence, naturalistic intelligence. Then we have linguistic intelligence, visual, and the last one is logical intelligence. Okay, now this multiple intelligence theory, besides having the different characteristics that I've already shared with you, you will find in this matrix the skills and career preferences if they have that intelligence. So if we are in as guidance counselor, or even if you are just an advisor to students and they are planning to get a course or a program in college, where to enroll in. So this will be a guide for you. So let us see the third column, or the third column is about skills in career preferences. So the first one, verbal linguistic intelligence. They are good in listening, speaking, writing, and teaching. So their careers they can be a poet, they can be a journalist, they can be a writer, teacher, lawyer, politician, or a translator. Okay, so I am there, a verbal linguistic intelligent person. You, of course, because you are taking most of the students who are enrolled in education, elementary or secondary, you are considered here in this career if you are verbally linguistic intelligent, especially those of you who are majoring English or communication. Then we have mathematical, logical intelligence. So their skills, they are good in problem solving and performing experiments. So your career you can be a scientist, especially those that are enrolled in science schools. Then you can be an engineer, good as accountants. Then you can be mathematicians. Then number 3, we have musical intelligence. Your skills can be are singing, playing instruments, composing music. So your career you can be a musician, you can be a disc jockey, singer, composer. And then we have number 4, visual spatial intelligence. You are good in your skill is puzzle building. So painting, constructing, fixing, designing objects. So you can be a sculptor, you can be an artist, inventor, architect. You can also be a mechanic and an engineer. Then we have bodily kinesthetic intelligence. So you have your skills are dancing, sports, hands-on experiments, then acting. You can be an athlete, you can be a PE teacher, dancer, actor, and firefighter. So you see the different careers that you can enroll in, and it will be your life in the future after assessing yourself of how intelligent or where are you intelligent at. Then we have interpersonal intelligence, seeing from other perspective, empathy, counseling, and cooperating. So you can be a counselor. Your career must be a counselor, salesperson, politician, business person, or a pastor or a minister. So I'm there, interpersonal intelligence. Then we have people who are intrapersonal intelligent. So their skills recognize one's strength and weakness, reflective, aware of inner feelings. So their careers, they can be researchers, theorists, and philosophers. So these are the people, because theorists and philosophers, they usually work alone. Then we have naturalist intelligence. So their skills can be recognized one's connection to nature, apply science theory to life. Their careers can be scientist, naturalist, landscape architect. And the last one, we have existential intelligence. So there's the skills of an existentially intelligent person are reflective and deep thinking, design, abstract theories. So their careers, they can also be a philosopher, theologian, or a scientist. So most of those who are preaching the word of God, like in here in Paraclet TV, so not only academic, I am sharing with you in Paraclet TV, but most of the messages and videos are about word of God. So I am existentially intelligent. Okay, so I am inviting you to subscribe and like and share our videos. And then let us look now at this another matrix of a teacher. So if because you are enrolled as a student in education program, students in the future with multiple intelligences, you can give them the best methodology. So here we have the first column are the different intelligences. Then the second column will be the lecture, or it will be the teaching activities, the examples. Then we have the examples of teaching materials. And of course, we have the instructional strategies as the fourth column. So you can read it by yourselves, and this will help you to remember, and so that when you are dealing with students with this kind of intelligence, you can easily be productive and effective teacher for them. So one example, we have linguistic. The teaching activities for a linguistically intelligent students are lectures, discussions, word games, and journal. These are just examples. We can add many examples from here. So in teaching materials, you can have books, then typewriters. The instructional strategy, read about it, write about it, talk about it, and listen to it. So the four macro, speaking, listening, then you have writing, are of course being trained from here. So in logical, mathematical, the teaching activities are problem solving, science experiments, mental calculation, number games. So the materials can be calculators, science equipment, math games. So you can quantify it, instructional strategies, quantify it, think critically about it, put it in a logical framework, experiment with it. And then we have third is spatial, making charts and diagrams, estimating distances, maps, charts, videos, tools for measurement, see it, show it, visualize it, and many more. So I'm just inviting you to really look at the different teaching activities, the different teaching materials as exemplified in this matrix. Now, because this will really help you to become an effective instructor in the future. So let us look at another another matrix here. So here we have now the different types of learning styles. So the characteristics we have already discussed. In the third column, we have already discussed the tools for teaching, but I just want you to look at the type of learning style of these students who are having the intelligence. So let's say if a student is visual and spatial intelligence, so that the types of learning style is visual. Then bodily kinesthetic, they are more on physical. Then we have musical, of course, oral. Then interpersonal, social, intrapersonal, solitary. These are the learning styles. You can give assignments. No, they can work alone in intrapersonal. Linguistic, verbal, and logical, mathematical, of course, logical learning style, or you can give them many problems. Okay, so I hope that you have understood the different multiple intelligences, their characteristics, as well as the different appropriate methodologies, the tools for teaching, and of course, if we know the style of learning of the student, we as teachers can also be effective in dealing with them because we know the right methodology, we know the right teaching tools and materials to use so that the teaching in the learning process will be a success. May this learning be planted deeply in your hearts as I bless you. In the name of the Lord Jesus, go, go, go.
Share Jesus. Subscribe and share Paraclet TV. Go, go, go.